It is what it is. So one time I was speaking at a conference for a large franchise company. This is 2022 in the middle of the great resignation. It is what it is. So we've got to figure out if you want to win, you've got to figure out how to meet people where they are. And one of the franchise owners was complaining about his team and nobody wants to work anymore. You know, that same broken record conversation. And I said, you've got to connect with your team in a different way. If what's not working is not working, you've got to find a better strategy. And he said, well, I don't get these young people. I don't want to do what they want me to do. And he says, do not ever say that again when you're speaking. He goes, nothing is more demeaning and demoralizing than saying, it is what it is. But let me tell you why I believe in that it is what it is. My dad, who was my hero in my life, he had cancer, and it was a terminal cancer. It was esophageal cancer, and he was so sick, but he had such a good attitude. And throughout my life, when I would complain or moan, he would say, you know what, sister, it is what it is. You can either complain about it or you can do something about it. So to me, it is what it is was empowering because that's what my dad taught me. And he taught me resilience, to not be a victim, to not blame my circumstance, to say, hey, the circumstances are what they are, but the way I move through them is what I get to make it. And so I don't look at this as to say, there's nothing you can do about your life. It is what it is, but what can you do to change? And what's ironic is I saw that conference organizer just this past week and I said, oh my gosh, that was one of the scariest conferences I ever did because that man came up to me and he told me that and I just felt so ick afterwards. And she goes, well, guess what? His business failed and he's no longer in business. And I thought, well, I wonder had he accepted that things were what they were at that time and he made some adjustments on how he could connect to his team, if he may still have his business today. But because he did not have a growth mindset, he stayed stuck and he missed out on a blessing.